but only 254 actually not that, only 126 network numbers. Okay? Now you got 126 network, but you had 16 million hosts. So if you got given a network address, what IANA was going to give you was this part. Your job was to assign these numbers. So you could assign every machine a number as long as it stayed unique to this part and gave this portion on the file. Each one of these from 1 to 254. So you could assign the first one. So let's say you got assigned network address 11. You can assign your first machine as 11.0.0.0.1. The second machine is 11.0.0.2, and so on. And then to 11.0.1.1. Everybody follow how that's working there? Or whatever you want. You could randomly pick them. Some people did. Most people tend to, when they're assigning host numbers, start from the bottom counting up. There's also the people that work in reverse. And that start from the top number and work down. Whichever system somebody wanted to use. I would not suggest the random number approach because you got to make sure that you don't use the same number twice. If you count from either the top or from the bottom, that's easy enough. You just have to remember what's the last number I used. Class B addresses, the first two octets were the network portion. And the last two was the host. Class C, the first three, was the network, and the last one was the host. And how many hosts did you have per network available in Class C? 254. When octets were. Okay? Now, because of that approach there, and that you were using entire octets, you also got subnet maps. What the subnet mask does is it will take and show which portion of your IP address is the network portion and which portion is the host portion. It's not telling you what the network address is or what the host address is. It's merely telling you which part of it is which thing. Okay? Now, if you look at the classic examples and what most of the things are going to throw you at on it is, for Class A subnet mask looks like 255.0.0.0. Now, what the subnet mask did to do it was, anywhere in the subnet mask there was a 1, said that portion of this subnet mask was saying that portion of the network address is, if it's a 1 in the subnet mask, it's saying in the IP address, that portion of the IP address is the network address. If there's a 0 there in the subnet mask, it says in the IP address, that portion is the host number. Now, you can't mix 1s and 0s. You got all 1s, and then you got all 0s. So when you look at the subnet mask, it's going to be all 1s on the left, and then it's going to be all 0s on the right. The question is where it breaks it. In a class society, Class A subnet mask was 255.0.0.0. What was 255 in binary? 8 1s, right? So that was 1, 2, 3.